What's up, dancers? My name is Trinity, and I am back with another live reading from one of my published articles that is a part of my dance blog, The Artist Impression. So today, first of all, hold on. Can we just get some love for Matthew Rushing? Where were we at? Steps? Yeah, I think we were at Steps. Yeah. Okay, tell the story later. Okay, but I am going to be reading you an article that I published March 6, 2023, and it's called How to Be an Unforgettable Dancer. And yeah, I'm just going to go right ahead and read it, and then you guys can be surprised as I read it. If you have been in dance for any amount of time, you have probably heard one or two statements suggesting certain attributes and focused awareness that can make someone become an unforgettable dancer. If you are like me, you are constantly catching gems. First of all, let me just put a pin right here and talk about how I was talking about catching gems in March, and I had not even started the Dance Career Coach yet. True to this, not new to this. Catching gems in classes, at festivals, and even rehearsals. A couple of weeks ago, I began to recall some of those moments. A few that come to mind happened in a hidden battle class and a Matthew Rushing class, which is crazy because I did not know or remember that I mentioned Matthew Rushing in this article, but then I showed y'all the screensaver, period. Those moments are seriously priceless. For this article, I took some time to reach out to a few of my favorite artists to get their take on what makes an unforgettable dancer. Here's what they had to say. From Sarah Emery, she is a ballet instructor at Patel Conservatory, freelance choreographer, and performing artist. Also, Sarah was my former director when I danced for Watershed Dance Theater. She's amazing. Here's her advice. An unforgettable dancer transcends. Their body, soul, and mind become one, okay? Captivating, inspiring, and heightening the senses of their audience. What do y'all think about that? Let me know. Shout out to Sarah. The next piece of advice comes from my guy, Derek McCoy Jr. He is the executive artistic director of McCoy Dance Project, and he is also a part of the dancers of DBDT. Let's hear some of Derek's advice. A dancer that really stands out to me and captures my attention is one who looks and feels confident. I stopped looking for perfect technique and pictures. I look for something deeper, an understanding that comes with maturity in one's craft. See this? Okay? I will never forget a dancer that owns the space, shows that they have a maturity and personal awareness of their body, where they look like they have authentically committed to the work. Dance is about sharing, and if you don't look like you are offering your heart and spirit in the work, you sink in the background for me. I'm tired of just seeing pretty dance. Let's get to the realness of it all. What are you saying? Dancers, what are y'all saying? What are y'all saying? I should be transported to self-reflect on my own personal life or find inspiration in your commitment as a human and not as a fellow dance artist. I'm gonna tell you, rereading this, Derek, you're making me think about myself. And when I get on stage, listen, okay? Thank you so much, Derek. I love you. You already know. The next piece of advice, yes, I knew it comes from my favorite ballet coach and instructor who caused me to fall in love with the Vaganova technique, but she also literally was like an angel when I first moved to Columbia, South Carolina, and she just took my ballet technique to higher heights. This next piece of advice comes from Erin Jeffrey Gardner. She's a ballet instructor and coach extraordinaire, ballroom dancer and instructor. Yeah, her husband does ballroom, teach ballroom, and competes in ballroom. How lit is that? All right, here's what she had to say. I hope y'all are taking notes. What makes an unforgettable dancer? That's hard to say. It's a layered response and sort of depends on what a particular audience member is looking for when they watch ballet. So Erin is coming from the ballet perspective, which I love. I guess, therefore, the answer is always subjective. For me personally, what makes an unforgettable dancer is finding some quality in the dancer that I can personally relate to. Does that not sound like our guy, Derek? Okay. Maybe it's an aesthetic, or maybe it's something in a dancer's personality, their charm and charisma on stage. If you don't have the riz on stage, baby, what are you doing? Of course, I want to see beautiful feet and lines, as we all do as dancers, especially ballet dancers. Even in my old age, LOL era, I am still inspired and aspire to look like these incredible ballerinas. Another thing my husband Bucky and I often talk about is how ballet has changed so dramatically over the last 80 years. In years past, like the 1940s and 50s, ballet dancers didn't have the impeccable, hyper flexible feet and legs that's almost a prerequisite in ballet today, which is really true. Instead, those dancers had such beautiful charm and carriage in their épaulement that is somewhat lost today. Yes, I didn't even remember Aaron actually said this, but it's so true. And I honestly feel like not enough legends and not enough, old heads or dancers who have a lot of skin in the game are saying this. Sightline, cheekbone, épaulement, what is it giving? Portable, what is it giving? That's what we need, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that's my high level answer. My favorite unforgettable dancers: Stanislav Isav, her teacher; Ekaterina Maximova, her favorite ballerina of all time; Nadezhda Pavlova, second favorite ballerina; Reza Streskova, favorite ballerina from the 40s and 50s. Aaron, I love you. Some of my favorite ballerinas are Uliana Lopatkina. I also enjoy Karina Gonzalez, is really beautiful to me as well. Our next piece of advice comes from someone who was very special to me. I was just happy that she responded, and she's special to me as in, like, I've loved her work for as long as I've seen her work. And so our next piece of advice comes from Jacqueline Green Miller, the girl, co-director of TDA Prep. TDA Prep is lit, former dance artist with Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, aka The Girl. Her piece of advice on how to become an unforgettable dancer is skill and ability to demonstrate honestly through your art. I think that's one of the main points I drive home with the Dance Career Coach, and how I'm always talking about investing in other components other than your technique. Yes, you need skill, but there's another piece that is just so readily available to develop that just comes alongside your technique and just makes you truly unforgettable. You know what I'm saying? Jacqueline, she know the vibes. All right, guys, and so that was the last person. I hope you guys have taken notes. If you need to go back, rewind this, listen to it over and over again, and just internalize it, and just be aware that some of these names you may know, some you may not. All of them are Googleable, but also these are all dancers who are thriving. These are all dancers who have great expertise, and so listen to them, catch those gems. All right, guys, as always, it is a pleasure to be here with you. Keep dancing, okay? And until next time, happy dancing.